blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, thus is your brother Dan Moses, or say Yausakodi of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with a continuation of our expose's Testimony New World Disorder. This expose is being recorded on the 1st of October 2024, and by the grace of God it will be available for you on the next day, the 2nd of October 2024, Wednesday. Before we begin, we want to welcome each other by saying Akwaba, Allen, Sahalen, Shagitam, welcome, Inganjoni, Bem-vindo, you are welcome, Kuso, Diwo, Tuzanyu, Senyor, Okukulaba, Mauya, Mingalaba, Boye, Malamu, Karibu, Ekabo, no, O Sanu, de Zua, Elkwande Hena, Mitash, Duboro, Pezalovat, Bine Ivinit, Barigalus, Bita Ite, Aibon, Dobridoya, Velkommen, Estan, Hozot, Walang, Anuman, bienvenido, namaste, swagetan, kus, hamadid, baruk, haba, marhaba, huanyong haminida, huanying, nyejeko, anyemime, nyejeko, we zolo, novio, mia wezo. Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. Testimony New World Disorder, as we know, is the program through which we get to know what is happening to Ghana, America, humanity, and the nations of the world in these times of global deception, delusion, and willful lies that are made up by some of the very people that we trust to be there for humanity and the nations of the world. Yet for almost 2 decades now, in worship of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent Daniel Jezebel Babylon Caesar, have dealt with humanity so treacherously and diabolical, willful lies and deception, and they have brought America, Ghana, humanity, and the nations of the world into total global helplessness, with the center of the global evil pursuit being Ghana and America for almost 2 decades now. Traitors against Ghana, traitors against America, they have been behind the evils that humanity is seeing with the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. This is going to be expose part 10, taking back our franchise and our nation, giving the American and the Ghanaian people enough information, what they need to know to arise to take back their nation and their franchise come their national elections 2024. America, yours is a month away. Ghana, yours is barely 2 months away. Humanity and the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. We must understand that we are exposing the evil faces behind the assassination attempt, woefully failed assassination attempt on His Excellency John Donald Trump's life. So, Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. Humanity and the nations of the world, we must understand that, like I've said before, Trump is not the first victim of the cowardly secret killers, the worshippers of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. He was not their first assassin victim. You know, many have been killed, heads of nations. You know, they have been killed cowardly in secrecy, and some openly, brutally, barbarously. You know, so let's get that clear. But we want to establish to Pentagon, FBI, CIA, the intelligence community of the nations of the world, the United Nations, that the government of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and the killers of my brother, they have gone to the extent of by anti-Semitism, hatred for me, have orchestrated to seek to get me to get Hassan Nasrallah, the leader of Hezbollah, who was assassinated by Israel, who was killed by Israel. The government of Ghana are seeking to avenge Hassan Nasrallah on me and my families in Ghana due to anti-Semitism position by the government of Ghana. But I'm not moved. We are saying that they are already using power cuts, which they have begun, electrical power cuts, which they began in Adankope, and they seek to spread it through the whole nation. Therefore, we are saying, we have told us that if by latest by Wednesday or by Saturday we have not received the first, and we have not received the first expose by Wednesday, and then by Saturday we have not received the second one, we must globally resist the government of Ghana anyhow we can, because we will not take such barbarism of the cowardly secret killing of Ghanaians, the betrayal of humanity, the betrayal of African people for money by the government of Ghana. My brother Samuel Sarkodie's blood shall never be concealed. They have succeeded in concealing the blood of His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atamils, Dr. Busumuru Kofi Annan, Jerry John Rawlings. But my God needs to let them be clear that the blood of Samuel Sarkodie, my brother, shall never be concealed. And the state of Ghana shall be held accountable, and they shall account for the blood of my brother. Otherwise, peace shall never be to this nation. In the name of my God, Yahweh. Akwaba to the program, Testimony, New World Disorder, Humanity and the Nations of the World. Let's understand that, like I've said, the very first assassination, the very first, Trump is not the very first victim of assassination by these terrorists, cowardly secret killers. One of their very first victim target for assassination was in the year 2007, Lucky Dube of South Africa. When the cover of the undercover agent got, we are getting this information. It will help us to understand who were behind the assassination attempt on Trump and how we should vote come 2024 elections in Ghana and in America. So by demanding our franchise, we will never accept any negotiation based on the merit of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. To me, I will not. For our information, whenever, this is the second time, this is back to back, you see me in this expose. The other time you saw me in this expose this week, it was in the brown jacket, and this time it is the same dashiki. It is to announce to Ban Ki-moon, the former UN Secretary General, and traitors in the US government, traitors that are betraying the US, America, and the traitors of Ghana, that before the 1st of January 2017, Ban Ki-moon and Barack Obama, the Hillary Clinton, the haters and the killers of the African, have made it clear, have made this issue come to a point where God says to resolve. God has resolved. Light has nothing to do with darkness. There shall never be a reconciliation between me and the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. Period. Light has nothing to do with darkness. So Ghana never yield to any politician that seemed to play the nation in regarding the extremely dangerous US undercover agent. America, any politician of your nation that seemed to think we are seeking to reconcile by political means, diplomatic means, don't yield. I will never get reconciled with the US undercover agent. Period. And I will never get remarried to. She's not my family member. This was settled before 1st of January 2017. His Excellency Donald Trump didn't know that when he assumed office. So he was basing on previous information which God made me officially present to him. And he was trying to get the problem solved, to get the family reconciled. But as of then, God has already annulled that. So Your Excellency Trump, don't waste your time about that. So Akwaba testimony, Akwaba to the program Testimony New World Disorder, Humanity and the Nations of the World. One of the very first victim of the assassination by the extremely dangerous US undercover and their crime counterparts was Lucky Dube. It's 2007 when her cover got blown. They had to quickly orchestrate that with one Patrick Kitche, the crime counterpart of the extremely dangerous US undercover agent in the state of Maryland. That Patrick Kitche, they must collude with the extremely dangerous US because they know her cover has blown, and if she gets exposed, they are all dead. So she orchestrated with the undercover agent and their counterpart to make up a lie that when I was in Ghana, I was a Rastafarian, and Lucky Dube was my Rasta counterpart. Therefore, I have a secret dealing with Lucky Dube. So while the undercover agent was pregnant with my child, she has treacherously gotten pregnant for me when the cover got blown. Like she would go to work. She chose to go to work at night in a hospital, and then by their orchestration, there is an agent of theirs who was a mocker of Rastafarianism, who was pretending to be a Rastafarian, and then with her they would quote the undercover agent at night, in the middle of the night, because their evil deeds are in secrecy, to brand me as an undercover, to brand me as a Rastafarian, so they get me killed and destroyed. When she comes from work in the morning, the first thing she does to try to sit me down and interrogate me about Lucky Dubé, talking about the Ray guy, her crown counterpart on the job. So consistently, at the point I got upset about that nonsense, and I told her I have no dealing with Lucky Dubé. Therefore, never ask me any question about Lucky Dubé. You know what the consequence be? Because the home was under total prison program, Nora and Tia program, 24/7. That has been converted into a TV station that we are watched live by the 69% police and by the FBI, CIA, and all who colluded to get the marriage established. The Ghana Embassy, Washington DC, Ghana Embassy, Ghana Consulate, New York, all of them. So Ghana, let's listen to this. They they had known that I have resisted providing any information on Lucky Dubé because I am not a Rastafarian, and if even I'm a Rastafarian, that is not a reason for them to hate me and kill me. If you are a Jew, you are a Muslim, you are a Christian, no matter your religious affiliations, it is no reason for anybody to hate you and kill you. The Ghana that I envisage for our nation is where the Jew, the Muslim, the Christian, no matter which agenda, no matter which tribe that we belong to, we all have a part and have our respectful places in that nation. It is not the nation, it is not the Ghana that is for certain, that is anti-Semitic nation, tribalized nation. You understand? A nation where political class, when they commit heinous crimes against the citizenry, against the state, they are innocent. No law can hold them. But let a Ghanaian steal $1 or 1 cedi, they will take you to court and jail you 10 years. You understand? That's not Ghana, the Ghana that I hope for. The Ghana that I envisage is the Ghana that every Ghanaian, no matter your religious affiliation, your political inclination, no matter who you are, your gender, you have your respectful place. That is the Ghana that Surgical Dr. Kwame Nkrumah hoped for, envisaged, and was building for our nation. God bless our homeland Ghana. Humanity, we are continuing. So, because I refuse to admit to having anything to do with Lucky Dubé, the extremely dangerous U.S. undercover agent, South Africa, hear this, they orchestrated in 2007 because they claimed that I was refusing to divulge information about Lucky Dubé to them, and they barbarously orchestrated and murdered Lucky Dubé in the street of South Africa. South Africa, the faces that were used to murder Lucky Dubé, it was all orchestrated in America. The extremely dangerous U.S. undercover and her crown counterpart, they were patricated, they were behind the assassination of Lucky Dubé. So Donald Trump is not the first victim. His Excellency John Evans Fiatamos is a victim. They killed him. And they have killed Jerry John Rawlings, killed many, killed Haitian president, killed Shinzo Abe, they killed, yes! While they live to enjoy life, to love money at the expense of blood. Akwaba to the program, Testimony New World Disorder. So, when their agenda to brand their Rastafarian to get me destroyed, and they didn't succeed, they had to go kill Lucky Dubé. And we know that their crown counterpart, Augustine Ejepon, so-called preacher of Bronx, New York, together with a man, a so-called family member of mine, who is the crown counterpart of the undercover agent, knew the undercover agent long before they colluded with her for the setup marriage between me. His name is Emmanuel Bafo, who stole my father's gratuity when my father died, her end of service entitlement that was given to her by worth several millions of dollars. He stole it, fled Ghana, to Germany, and eventually to America. When he heard that I've come to America, he was afraid that probably I'll take him on by the law, and she colluded with the undercover agent to seek my destruction. A so-called brother of my father, indeed. Akwaba to the program, testimony, new world. So with the same traitors, they plotted and brought Augustine Japan to my house when my daughter Elizabeth was born. And guess their treachery, exploiting the surveillance cameras at the hidden prison program at the home. They had to let the undercover agent had complained to him by treachery that because they are using her protection to terrorize my innocent child Elizabeth, to kill her. I am resisting. I'm complaining about the torture program. You see, sleep deprivation torture program, technique, is dangerous enough. If it's prolonged, it's dangerous enough to kill any adult in secrecy who is subjected to prolonged sleep deprivation torture technique, like I was being subjected to. But for me to watch on for my innocent child, who is just days old, to be sleep deprived, for tortured, terrorized, and killed in secrecy, I couldn't take it. So I was voicing out against that, and they colluded to bring Augustine Japan to my home, to come sit in my living room, and him and the undercover making mockery of our innocent baby. The effect of the torture technique on her, that when she's sleeping, she startles. When they use powerful machinery, noise-making machinery, or motorbike, exhaust of motorbike, all kinds of machinery, Mustang vehicle, the exhaust. Every American knows how terribly loud it can be. To terrorize the child, I was complaining. So they were making mockery that the effect of that is having effect on my innocent child. So when he in her sleep and he hears that, he startles and wake up, and she's looking around. They have no conscience and were killing my child. America and the nations of the world. Akwaba to the program testimony. Don't forget that traitors in Ghana were colluding with forces in America to do this evil, to kill an American citizen, my innocent child, on the soil of America. No wonder they did this evil to kill an innocent Jewish child before the Jewish child will be born in the year 2021. That's how evil they are. So, humanity and the nations of the world, Augustine Japan was made to push me to say that with a brainwashing agenda that the torture against my innocent child does not exist. It's not real. So I should yield for him to take me to, he's a pharmacist and a so-called preacher, take me to a pharmacy. Then they go get me, they have a chemical that they will infuse on my brain, and it will block my mind. Listen, block my mind from ever remembering that my child is going through such thing. I refused, because he's a criminal and a terrorist. Just a few days after, the undercover agent colluded with him, and together with Emmanuel Bafo, my so-called relative, and the Ghana Embassy, Washington D.C. Those that have betrayed Ghana for the sake of their tummy, to come bring the same 69 police into my bedroom on the 12th of April 2008, to attack me in my sleep when I had an appointment to take my baby to see the doctor. So the doctor for a review after first review after her birth. They orchestrated, come bring police to attack me at the home. They were taking me to the hospital to go get me medically terrorized and kill me. But Ghana, I said, that began my investigative mission as to why fellow human beings think that the medical field to be used to kill innocent on the nations to commit terrorism, to kill the innocent. I watched them closely. They took me to they put me in an ambulance, carried with fully armed policemen. They will not even let me walk from my bedroom to downstairs. They had to compel me, put me in a wheelchair, carry me as though there is a problem, put me in the wheelchair, and then straight to the hospital. The OPD session of the hospital. I was watching everything as though I was there. For 12 hours, they were seeking every means to see how they can get me eliminated from life. And the God of the heavens was watching on I was pretending as though I was there. After 12 hours, they know they couldn't do their evil in the daytime. So, after midnight, they orchestrated and quickly sought to get me admitted. At the appointed time, I would dare the intelligence community of America on that day of that evil. They can go check the cameras. They will see fellow human beings knowing that they were committing evil and they were mocking the success of their terror that they were going to commit against me, that it will succeed. America, at that facility, hospital, so they admitted me, they put me on admission to make up the medical records against me. I told us that they plotted in advance. They want you to know that. They want me to know, Joseph, you are an innocent person. So they put an agent of theirs by name Joseph in the same room of the hospital, of the ward where they were to make the medical records against me. And America, hear this, they were providing Indian hemp, weed, ganja for that Joseph guy to use as a setup, smoke at the hospital in a room. There were only the hospitals in America. Hospitals sometimes one person in a room, but in this case we were two people, and there were many rooms, and they were making him smoke inside the room just to get me to lure me to accept to smoke, so that they based on the weed that I am a weed smoker. So they are, oh, what a shame, what a shame and evil, and that totally backfired. So you know what? At the hospital, I had to start standing up for my rights and expose the extremely dangerous US undercover agent and Mr. Emmanuel Bafo. Mr. Emmanuel Bafo sent the wife from New Jersey to come quickly to the hospital to come share crocodile after he has plotted this evil to be done to me, to come share crocodile tears in camera. Her wife, that I am an innocent person. There is no way anybody should bring me to that place. I should be. So they know it. All they wanted is the falsification of the records against me. You understand? So now that they are getting exposed, so I had to press for my right at the hospital. Tell the hospital that this is a crime being committed against me. I am not taking any medication here. I am not allowing any injection to be given to me at this point. I'm not allowing anything to be introduced into my body because it is a willful crime that is being committed against me by the extremely dangerous US undercover Augustine Japan and his cronies. An emergency meeting, they held me for 5 days. An emergency meeting was conducted by the hospital authorities, and then they invited the undercover agent right at the hospital. Interrogated, how did I get to the place? They had plotted that when she comes, she should say that it is by accident. They don't know. There is no reason why I should be admitted at such ward. Therefore, he is calling. They called Augustine Japan, the hospital emergency authority at the hospital, called Augustine Japan on the phone, put him on the phone. How did I get here? He also was telling the hospital authorities, no. There is no reason I should be brought to that ward. I am totally innocent. I should be discharged. Coupled with the treacherous threat by Mr. Emmanuel Bafo that if the undercover agent they don't ensure my discharge, he will take them, he will sue them in court. That is how diabolical they are. The criminals. All they needed is the falsification of the medical records. America and the nations of the world, the hospital immediately, knowing that the undercover agent is exposed, the criminals are exposed, ordered for my discharge that very day from the hospital. And I was leaving the hospital as a triumphant one from the hospital. No medical prescription, nothing from the hospital giving me. And with triumph in my hands, as Christ Jesus rose from the grave on the behalf of the American people, that they will know how evil the medical field is used to destroy the innocent lives of their nation by traitors against them. Sometimes they could use your own wife, they could use your own husband to set you up to get you destroyed. But God loves you more than you do know. America and the nations of the world. Joseph of Africa is my name. They wanted me to know that Joseph, you are an innocent person and we are killing you. So they put Joseph to set me up with weed because they wanted to brand me as a crony of Lucky Dube whom they have killed, and they must kill me at all costs. And they woefully failed. Humanity and the nations of the world. Welcome to the program Testimony the World. We are ending here. We shall continue, God willing, on Saturday. We must understand that the name Butler, that was a place where Trump was to be assassinated, was my code name. We must understand that the date on which Trump was to be assassinated was all part of it. The Pennsylvania was all part of the plot. You understand? There was nothing accidental about that. You must get it. And I shall surely deface them all as we go on. Peace. Let's not panic. God is in control. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. May the anti-Semites come and assassinate me. I shall not die, but live to declare the works of the Lord. Total shame on the state of Ghana. Sam George, you cannot kill me. My life is in the hands of Yahweh.